everyone, we have to talk about the hottest show of the season that literally everyone is talking about and that I am totally obsessed with, and the show is Bridgerton. This is the most watched series ever in Netflix history.
Crazy.
It has more than 82 million views, and it's only been out there for 1 month, and the series ranks in the top 10 in all countries where Netflix is available.
Yeah, I think the only country it wasn't was Japan, if I'm not mistaken, but whatever. Honestly, this series is as hot as it gets, and the numbers are here to prove it. But can we also talk about the actual show?
Yes,
All right.
please.
So if you didn't know, it's inspired by a series of books that were brought to life by the writer and producer Shonda Rhimes. If you don't know what Shonda Land Productions is, then I don't know where you're living.
Right, so Shonda Rhimes created shows like, for example, Grey's Anatomy.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, super watchable, super bingeable, Private Practice, like all these different shows that are great for every audience. But this show especially, she wanted to do something directed mostly for women, and that is a little bit steamier, and that it was just created to entertain, to binge, and to see, and to stream. And I think she did that perfectly because I saw this show in one day because, sister, that is a little steamy thing that I needed to start 2021. It's hot and heavy, and I think it's on the cusp of soft porn.
I was gonna say it was soft porn, so at least was enjoying the soft porn of it.
I was.
You know, I liked it, and I think what really had me, in Spanish we say enganchado, which is like hooked,
Right.
is the soundtrack. They had like Ariana Grande, they had Billie Eilish, they had Maroon 5. So you have this type of modern music, but with a violin, with a cello,
Yes, that
with
was
a harp, and it
beautiful.
was so beautiful. So you have the old, like, you know, that old English era, and like the outfits that they were wearing, you're just like stunning, but then you hear like, thank you, next.
Okay,
playing.
no,
It's
I'm
like,
gonna be honest with you guys. What had me hooked was Mr. Simon. What? Oh my God, because everyone knows that I'm obsessed with Trevor Noah. And then this guy comes out and it's like, I'm gonna say it's a little bit of a hotter version of Trevor Noah. Con esas cejas, oh my God. Literal, the time that I saw him, look at him. Oh, I love him so much. The Duke.
Who
The
did
Duke.
you identify yourself with most out of all the characters
I
on
think
here? Because I
that-
think it was a really good representation of each character as men
Right.
playing, you know, good, valued men, and then you have also the women who some people said that it was a little bit crazy.
I think I would be Daphne because I grew up in this like very close circle. I went to an all-girls Catholic school and I didn't know much about life until I moved out of Mexico, basically. So I was 24 years old when I was like, hello, life, what is this? I like it. So I think a lot of girls can go through that, but I think it's more of the novela kind of vibe, and that the scenes are hot and heavy. Like that part, girls love. Look what happened with 50 Shades of Grey, or the other movie that I think it was too much, the 365 Days. It was on Netflix, but it was that kind of, maybe girls don't watch as much porn as guys do, or maybe, I don't know, but this is the type of entertainment that it comes out and it's like when 50 Shades of Grey happens.
You
like
know,
this is the exact same thing that is happening.
I think it's cool because it's like how you said. I think we have that that malentendido, that bad perception that maybe women don't watch porn, but we do too. And I think it's okay, and it just shows that we do like it. The only thing is that I think our categories within the porn is more of like this fantasy life more
like
than
the
anything.
storytelling. We like the story
We
behind
like
the
this-
scene.
and the romanticism of like this
Yes.
guy coming to save you type of vibe. You know, like what Fabio was back in the day with all these books.
With the books.
Yes.
And I love that also Shonda was very adamant on having representation all
Yes.
around. The queen was African American, which was very powerful, and she had a very good spot of what the 1800s should have looked like. If none of this would have, like the history would have to repeat itself, this is what it should have looked like, no? And I think that she did a beautiful modernization of those stories. I hear the books are really good, and I hear that each book, like each season is each son or sister. So this season was Daphne, and then next season is the guy, the big brother.
Interesting. You know, I had read that the actual book, the series of books that it was inspired from, this book actually is now like back up on the best-selling because it came out like almost 18 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And today, because of this series, the book is selling out because everybody wants to do it just the same way like Twilight was, the Harry Potter. Like, people need to understand that a lot of this inspo starts off because of a writer that writes it in
Totally, and a good producer and a good director and obviously good acting. And then if you guys remember, I don't know if you saw Younger. Did you see Younger?
Oh, yeah, I did see Younger with Hilary Duff.
Yeah,
Yes.
Daphne is the daughter.
Oh, no
Yes, so I
way.
saw that and I was like, well, Guys, if you haven't seen it, I totally recommend it. Get yourself a glass of wine and prepare to have some fun.
Don't dishonor me. Look, I would fit in.
You would. No, you wouldn't.
No, I would.
There was no twerking.
I would be in part of the hookers.
Ustedes ya saben que acá en Latinx Now les tenemos todos los news de absolutamente todos los artistas latinxers y los que no también.
That's right. Ozuna, Bad Bunny, Anuel, hasta Sofía Vergara makes an appearance every once in a while.
Quieren estar súper enterados de todos ellos y más, ya saben, suscríbanse, that's it, subscribe, go now, por favor.
Bye.